We are
We are so much more.
than an energy company.
We are connectors.
Community protectors.
And clean energy leaders.
We are
Job creators.
friends and neighbors.
stewards of your dollars.
And savings.
Yes, we.
We are so much more.
We are the energy.
Behind your everyday.
And we are.
Obsessively.
Relentlessly.
At your service.
The Iowa Farm Bureau is proud to present this amazing state tournament and celebrate the accomplishments of Iowa's student athletes. To the Iowa Farm Bureau, this is more than just a sport. It's hometown pride, it's hopes and dreams, it's our future leaders, it's a reason to do more and be more. And it's that farm strong spirit that can only be found in Iowa. Congratulations to the student athletes and coaches on a successful year, and remember, today's successes are just the beginning of tomorrow's achievements.
Wells Fargo Arena in Des Moines, the home of the Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau. Alongside Joanna Settles, I'm Larry Morgan. In just a moment, we'll have the 1A semifinal matchup between the top seed, the Newell-Fonda Mustangs, and the MMCRU Royals. Right here on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company. Well, 8 teams have already punched their ticket for the championship games. Now, 2 are left, and it's the 1A matchup, the 1A semifinals this afternoon. And obviously, with 3 straight championships, Newell-Fonda has to be considered the team to beat, right?
They absolutely are. They lead the state in steals. They stymie the offense of every opponent that they play. It's fast-paced, and it works, right? They know how to win.
They certainly do. MMCRU for the communities, and they represent the communities of Marcus, Meriden, Cleghorn, Remsen, and Union. They feel they're not going to be intimidated by playing Newell-Fonda. They think they want to play their game, and they think they can be successful.
Hey, in the Final Four, everybody has a chance, right? They want to try to slow the pace of this game down, and they have some rebounding, prowess inside. They think they have the height advantage, and rebounding will be key for them.
We take a look at our road to state. Both teams, not significant issues getting through the quarterfinals.
No, nothing close. They were confident, which gives you a lot of confidence, both teams coming into today's matchup. A big win by Newell-Fonda over North Mahaska, winning by 33, of course led by Macy Sievers with her 16 points, and even bigger are those 6 steals. And Newell-Fonda does it as well as anyone, turning that defense into offense.
And they created 40 turnovers in that ball game against North Mahaska.
MMCRU took care of things in the quarterfinal round, of course, led by their sharpshooter Emily Dreckman. She had 18 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 blocks.
Well, when we come back, we'll dive deeper into today's game with our Seeds for Success, presented by Kruger Seeds. Plus, we'll have your starting lineups as we get set for tip-off. You're watching the 2022 Girls State Basketball Tournament, presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Inside Casey's. Outside Casey's. Inside Casey's. Outside Casey's. Inside, outside, inside, outside, inside, outside. Order for curbside pickup this winter, and we'll bring your delicious Casey's Pizza order outside so you can stay inside. Now at Casey's, buy 1 large pizza, get 1 half off. Casey's, here for staying inside, here for good. It's Fairway Family Food.
Name one reason more people choose to shop at Fairway.
Lower prices.
Name something that Fairway is famous for.
The best meat in town.
Survey says!
Don't play games with your food. Shop Fairway for the best meat in town.
With lower prices and higher quality, everyone's a winner at Fairway.
Until next time, this is Fairway Family Food.
It's the 1A semifinals as the three-time defending champion Newell-Fonda Mustangs take on the MMCRU Royals. Let's take a look at our seeds for success.
For Newell-Fonda, in talking with Coach Jungers, he said, "We want to dictate the tempo of this game. They will continue their breakneck style of play. Look for Newell-Fonda to score more than 25 points in this first quarter. They also want to control the rebound, so we'll keep track of that as we go along. Something to look for. MMCRU wants to slow down the game pace. They have to be able to break the press of Newell-Fonda. They also need some hot shooting. They want to get Emily Dreckman some early points to get their team fired up."
What a year it's been for Northwest Iowa teams. Central Lyon just advanced to the 2A championship game. West Lyon reached the semifinals, and these two teams are also in that quadrant of the state.
Yes, the Northwest area is well represented here at Wells Fargo Arena.
A lot to be proud of. Now, these teams have each lost just one game, but not to somebody in their class.
Right, and that's wise, right? Sometimes it helps you to get a loss. You want to play some tough competition. It doesn't hurt you in the long run. It definitely can help you, right? To know that you're not perfect. There's always things to work on.
3A finalist Estherville Lincoln Central was the team that handed Newell-Fonda their only loss. And Unity Christian coming in the top seeded 3A team, the one that handed MMCRU their only loss. We'll take our final break before tip-off, and when we come back, we'll have your team introductions and starting lineups for this tournament matchup. You're watching the Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
We are so much more
than an energy company.
We are connectors.
Community protectors.
And clean energy leaders.
We are
Job creators.
Friends and neighbors.
stewards of your dollars.
and savings.
Yes, we.
We are so much more.
We are the energy.
Behind your everyday.
And we are
Obsessively.
Relentlessly.
At your service.
Newell-Fonda, coached by Dick Jungers. The amazing thing about him, he's won 4 state championships for girls basketball, but also 2 for boys and 1 for softball.
When you find the right formula, right, and you get the buy-in, obviously he has an incredible buy-in, not only with the players, but the team, the families, and things work. It spills over into other categories.
Jillian Lecce is the head coach for MMCRU. Played the first 2 years of her college career at Iowa State as Jillian Bajurki, then went to Concordia University. She's in her 8th year, rather, I think her 6th year here. Her next victory will be victory number 100.
Yes, so she doesn't want to hang on at 99 for very long.
Now let's go to our public address announcer for today's player meetings.
Good afternoon, fans, and welcome to today's 2022 Girls State Basketball Semifinal matchup featuring the MMCRU Royals and the Newell-Fonda Mustangs. The Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union promotes good sportsmanship by participants, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants, officials, and spectators in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, sexist, or abusive comments or intimidating actions directed at officials, participants, coaches, team representatives, or event personnel will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal. We thank you for your cooperation and invite you to enjoy the game.
The Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union encourages positive behavior.
Pride, respect, leadership, and sportsmanship on the court and in the stands.
Remember what a great privilege it is to see your team compete.
Thank you for your attendance. Enjoy the game.
And enjoy the game.
It's now time to introduce the players and assistant coaches in today's semifinal matchup. First, for MMCRU, number 5, Avery Schlinger. Number 13, Kennedy Tentiger. Number 15, Kirsten Lecce. Number 23, Kylie Harpana. Number 25, Sydney Creer. Number 31, Audrey Etter. Number 33, Maiken Yude. Number 41, Olivia Spinner. Number 43, Andrea Penning. Number 51, Mackenzie Meyer. The assistant coaches for MMCRU, Derek Mara, Danae Dreckman, and Dean Hilbrands. Now let's meet the non-starters and assistant coaches for the Mustangs. Number 4, Anna Belcock. Number 14, Mia Walker. Number 22, McKenna Sievers. Number 24, Nevaeh Lyman. Number 30, Emma Erickson. Number 40, Kinsey Hinders. Number 42, Audrey Koski. Number 44, Greta Larson. Number 50, Lindsay Wolf. And number 52, Anna Mercer. Your assistant coaches for the Mustangs, Courtney Darrow, Kevin Larson, and Chad Hinders. Now let's introduce the starting lineups for both teams. For the Royals, a 5'7" senior guard, number 3, Taylor Harpana. For the Mustangs, a 5'6" junior guard, number 10, Mary Walker. For the Royals, a 6' senior guard, number 11, Emily Dreckman. For the Mustangs, a 5'6" sophomore guard, number 12, Isabel Bartek. For the Royals, a 5'5" junior guard, number 21, Cora Alish. And for the Mustangs, a 5'7" senior guard, number 20, Macy Sievers. For the Royals, a 5'8" senior center, number 35, Maya Holmes. For the Mustangs, a 5'10" junior freshman, number 32, Lainey Hografe. For the Royals, a 6' senior center, number 45, Ellie Hilbrands. And for the Mustangs, a 5'11" sophomore forward, number 34, Kiara Jungers. Head coach for the Royals is Jillian Lecce, and the head coach for the Mustangs is Dick Jungers. And now, ladies and gentlemen, if you would direct your attention to the front of the scorers table for the introduction of our officials for this afternoon's game as assigned by the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. They are Ross Hemsley, Jeff Bermel, and Steve Klein. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for state tournament basketball.
Newell-Fonda playing in their 17th state tournament. As we mentioned, they've won 3 in a row. MMCRU playing in their second state tournament. They got here last year, lost in the quarterfinals to IGHSAU, but were able to get revenge with a 50-39 victory in the quarterfinals. And it is Newell-Fonda opening with the basketball. Macy Sievers, their leading scorer, 14 points per ball game. And she drives the lane and does not get the bounce. And the defensive rebound taken by the Royals, Maya Holmes. Holmes coming off a really big ball game in the quarterfinals. 9 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 blocks.
Yes, and here's this pressure defense. It's man-to-man, again causing 40 turnovers in the last outing.
From the free throw line, Taylor Harpenaugh gets the first points in the ball game. She is one of 3,000-point scorers on the roster for MMCRU. So there's a lot of experience, and again, maybe the intimidation factor won't be there.
Well, that's what MMCRU needs. They need the Mustangs to miss so they can't set up in their press, right? And they want to move the ball quickly. They want to be in half-court offense. That's what they want. So the more that can happen, they know that they're very confident in their offense, and that's what happened on their last possession with 2 points.
Sievers goes into the lane. Nothing going. Good defense in the man-to-man defense. So outside, Youngers knocks down to 3. The coach's daughter, the sophomore, Kiara Youngers, makes it a 3-2 lead for Newell-Fonda.
Yeah, that was a great kick out.
Putting the ball to the floor and scoring is the leading scorer on the season for the Royals, Emily Dreckman, 17.7 per ball game. Newell-Fonda in the white and in the dark, MMCRU Royals. Nice offensive rebound and putback by Lainey Hochrath.
Yes, and AC Sievers rushed her shot a little bit, but so nice to have someone clean things up on the weak side board.
Out of the backcourt comes Cora Alish, the only junior starter on the ball club. As again, a lot of experience on this team from MMCRU. Dreckman drives, Dreckman leaves it short, battles for the offensive rebound and gets tied up by Isabel Bartek.
Yeah, so you can see this MMCRU team looks for Dreckman, right? A quick pass around the horn from Holmes to Dreckman for the drive.
And as Dick Jungers likes to do, he brings in 3 or 4 players very early in the ball game as Mia Walker, McKenna Sievers, and Kinsey Henders come in. Henders at 6 foot, the biggest player on the Mustang roster. Nice recovery, but the shot won't go down by Harpenaugh. And once again, it is Macy Sievers, who is academic all-state as well as the team's leading scorer on the number 1 team in 1A, bringing it ahead. And catching the ball on the out-of-bounds line is Mia Walker, and so the ball will go back to the Royals on the turnover.
And here they get to set the press up. You can see it's man-to-man, but they run jumpers, so they're always looking to jump the passing lane to try to get a steal.
What do the Royals have to do against what can be a devastating press?
Well, they have to take care of the basketball. I wanted to keep track of how many times they could get down the court without forcing a turnover. So the first 3 times they actually got to the other end, which is impressive if you look at their schedule.
That's their first turnover. So if you could keep it under 15 if you're the Royals, that'd be really well done, wouldn't it?
It would. They try to get to 25. Coach Junger said there's a breaking point for every team. So it's back and forth, back and forth. They're comfortable with that until the other team has the breaking point.
Dreckman on the breakaway. Pulls up, misfires. Good job by Mia Walker getting in front of her defensively.
Yeah, she challenged that shot by Dreckman.
Calling forward at the top of the circle, Kinsey Henders. She's been very valuable off the bench for the Mustangs. But again, gets really as much playing time as the starters. And as Jungers tries to drive, the game's first foul is whistled.
When you talk about depth of a team, most teams go 6 or 7 deep. And Newell-Fonda, they run 13 girls in and out, in and out. It's all about fresh bodies. It's all about quickness. It's all about 100% when you're in. So take a break, come back in, and you're flying when you go.
Ellie Hilbrands picks up the game's first foul. Inbounding will be McKenna Sievers. She is Macy's sister. She's the sophomore, Macy the senior. Ball slapped away, and thus far, nice job defensively by the Royals. Newell-Fonda by 1, and MMCRU has a chance to take their first lead since they led 2-0.
MMCRU feels confident. If it was just half court and half court, they feel like they could take this game.
Taylor Harpenaugh dribbles at the top of the circle. Hildebrands with the skip pass to Alish. Holmes guarded on the defense by Hografe. Into the lane comes Hildebrands to score. Ellie Hildebrands, who is the second top scorer for the Royals, averaging 15 points a ball game, shoots a lot of close-in shots and therefore hits 60% of her shots.
She does. That was a great entry pass. Those are the possessions that they need to have often. A nice entry feed close to the basket for 2. Hildebrands, a nice post inside.
Mary Walker trying to recover. Holmes called for the foul as Mary Walker got it back. Second foul called against MMCRU here in this first quarter, and none thus far called against Newell-Fonda. The shot rims out from three-point range, and there to grab the rebound for MMCRU is Cora Alish. She averages almost 5 rebounds a game, gets it inside to Dreckman, who scores.
Yes, again, that's their defense. Again, the Royals are playing great defense, a great rebound to get it down the court, inside to Dreckman for 2.
Emily Dreckman with her second basket here in the first quarter. It's another takeaway. Holmes tries to take it away from Bartek. Bartek then ties her up.
Coach has to be happy with the aggressiveness inside defensively by Holmes.
Bartek gets the first foul against Newell-Fonda. And again, the vaunted Mustang full court pressure in effect as Dreckman comes into the offensive end. Hildebrands takes it to the paint. Hildebrands has it blocked, but there's contact, and Hildebrands will go to the line. Kiera Jungers couldn't call for the foul.
Yes, we talk about how do you break the press of Newell-Fonda, right? What a great question that so many coaches are trying to figure out. But it has to do with the depth of your guards. How many guards do you have, right? When you only have 1 or 2, it makes it really difficult. You can see that they have the Royals have 3 really good guards, and they're not having much difficulty with this press of the Mustangs to this point.
Hildebrands, one of the 3,000-point scorers for the Royals. Her dad, one of the assistant coaches on Jillian Lecce's staff. And it's a 10-5 early lead for MMCRU. We told you they said they would not be intimidated, but they're playing with great confidence so far. A nice turnaround by Lainey Hografe.
They sure are. Only 1 turnover against the full court press, which is huge.
We do know that when you play press, there is a cumulative effect, but so far, so good for MMCRU.
Well, a lot of times when Newell-Fonda plays, the pace of the game is so fast that it really throws other teams off. And so far, it's not out of control for the Royals to this point, so kudos to them.
Mia Walker, the twin sister of Mary Walker, comes back onto the floor along with McKenna Sievers, a sister but not a twin sister, and Kinsey Henders. That for Newell-Fonda, substitutions today being brought to you by IMT Insurance. Be worry-free with IMT, and you can connect with them at imtins.com. Alish goes into the lane. There's contact and a walk as good defense provided in the front by Henders, forcing the turnover.
Yes, when she drove, she was doubled there, and that's your opportunity to kick it back out. You'll have to stop and pop before you run into the defense.
Just the 3rd turnover against MMCRU. Newell-Fonda actually has 1 more. 2:35 left to play in the first quarter. From the top of the circle, it is Jungers knocking down her second 3. Game tied up for the first time. A deflection and a steal. McKenna Sievers got the deflection, and then in the backcourt, a foul is whistled against Dreckman.
And that's how quickly this momentum can swing with that press.
That's so true, because it's a 5-point run right now on the 2 and the 3, so you said it very well. And now Newell-Fonda tries to take advantage of the turnover. Points off turnovers. That's how they've been very successful over the years. But this time it's a takeaway by MMCRU as Taylor Harpenaugh comes up with it. And then the ball knocked out of bounds, and it's a tie ball, and the possession arrow is going to keep it in the MMCRU end. Alish takes the inbounds feed. And a foul is whistled on Sievers. So one of the things that we'll talk about today is depth, because as you've already mentioned, Newell-Fonda plays a lot of players. They've already had 2 substitutions of 3 players in the quarter here, while MMCRU, no subs.
Right, again, they want a little slower pace, which is what they're doing well at right now. They want half-court offense, and there's the triple from their post.
Hillebrands with a 7-point first quarter. Hinders with the kick outside. Sievers for 3. Swish. Macy Sievers, who had 33 threes and hit 40% of them during the regular season.
40%. That one, nothing but the bottom of the net.
You see, the Royals like to play with some pace, too, as they quickly get it down the court. One of the keys, if you're going to beat Newell-Fonda, is to beat their press on occasion. Not easy to do.
It's not, and I'm impressed with how they've handled it so far. Again, it doesn't worry Coach Jungers. He knows that every team has their breaking point. But if the more we're in the half court, that advantage goes to MMCRU, and the more that we're in a full court run and gun, that's advantage Newell-Fonda.
Kirsten Lecce, number 15, the first substitution of the ball game, as Cora Alish steps outside and knocks down a 3. Inside the final minute of the first quarter. Mary Walker back onto the court, one of the starters. She finds McKenna Sievers, and the Sievers with the score.
That was a quick back cut to get the open look.
Hillbrand spins into the lane, misfires, but the offensive rebound pulled out by Alish. Dreckman in a mismatch there, had a shorter player on her, but threw out the arm and got the foul.
She did.
And that's her second.
Yeah, you can never extend that right arm into the defense. They'll have to give her a break.
Pardon me, Joanna. Dreckman, a player that the Royals really need to keep on the court, and she's got her second foul.
Yes, she's their spark plug. She's their scorer, leading with almost 18 points. So she'll get a quick rest here and just have to be careful, right? That's that pressure. That's part of that intensity that press brings, causing that frustration.
McKenna Sievers, who's hit 34 threes during the regular season, at a 44% clip, knocks down a 3. And that push spotted against the Mustangs, so inbounding it will be Taylor Harpenoff, 5'7" senior, who has really shown terrific improvement in her time since her freshman year. She's really worked on her game the last couple of years, and Coach Lecce says it shows. Here's Hillebrands inside and trying to guard her. Mary Walker at 5'6", and it's Walker picking up the foul. There's definitely a height advantage for the Royals. They have a couple of 6-footers. The Mustangs, only 6-footers, hinders off the bench.
Right, and you can see the more they can get it inside, the more success that the Royals are having. Even Coach Lecce said, we have to take advantage of this height differential that we have the advantage on.
That's why Hillebrands has been getting a lot of touches, and that's why she has been successful. As she has 9 points here in the quarter, and the quarter comes to a close. And it is a tie ball game at the end of one period of play. The 3-time defending champ Mustangs from Newell-Fonda and MMCRU even at 18. We'll be back with more basketball in a moment on the Iowa Farm Bureau Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
We are so much more
than an energy company.
We are connectors,
community protectors,
and clean energy leaders.
We are
job creators,
friends and neighbors,
stewards of your dollars
and savings.
Yes, we
are so much more.
We are the energy
behind your everyday,
and we are
obsessively,
relentlessly
at your service.
Des Moines. The S's are silent. The fun is always loud. And now it's easy to plan your Des Moines adventure. Introducing the Catch List. A list of all things you can't miss. All the thrills, all the chills, hops and drops. Des Moines is a city of love that'll put a smile on your face. It's easy to picture yourself here. Find your adventure at catchdesmoines.com/catchlist today.
Avon Central College has a new tuition price of just $18,600, and that means the college experience that opened doors for a lifetime now more affordable than ever. Scholarships still available. Apply today at central.edu. As the second quarter begins, MMCRU takes the lead. The Mustangs rarely behind after one quarter of play, but they find themselves tied at the quarter, now behind early, and a chance to add to that for MMCRU, and that will send Avery Schunger to the line.
Yes, look at Cora Alish. She comes out and makes a layup at one end, comes down, gets the defensive rebound, right? One of the shortest players on the court. A great assist, the length of the court to put her team at the line. That's how you want your players to come out of the timeout, or come out of the quarter.
Avery Schlinger, 5'9", a junior, at the line. Averages about a point a ball game.
In the first quarter, both teams have shot the three ball incredibly well. MMCRU is 2 for 2, and Newell-Fonda is 4 for 5. So it's raining threes already here early in this game.
Audrey Koski, a sophomore, comes onto the floor for Newell-Fonda, and the follow is there. And a foul. Great effort by Holmes, who's having a terrific tournament.
Yes, Maya Holmes comes in with a huge offensive rebound to put MMCRU up by 4.
We mentioned Holmes outstanding against Exira EHK with 9 points, 6 rebounds, 3 blocks. Has a chance to add a basket here, does not. And the ball kept alive by Koski and tipped out. And here comes Macy Sievers into the offensive end. Sievers looking to get to the baseline, spins into the lane, draws the foul.
She drew a couple defenders and still went up strong.
Foul called against MMCRU, and at the free throw line is Macy Sievers. And that foul called against Holmes, her second foul. So Holmes and Dreckman, a pair of starters and key players, 2 fouls apiece early for the Royals.
Right, that is really important that they can get into the locker room without another one.
Sievers with 5 points. Full court pressure as per usual by the Mustangs. And trying to get in the way of the press is Macy Sievers, but can't hang on to it, goes out of bounds.
Yes, MMCRU has to continue to take care of the basketball. They've got a handful of guards that can do that. You see some good spacing. Again, it's a man-to-man, but those jumpers double team you at any time.
Alish takes it to the paint. Dreckman travels. Turnover gives the ball back to the Mustangs.
I would call that a residual effect of the press. They broke it, they get down to the other end, take a deep breath, and then a little quick feet.
And again, we keep an eye on the turnovers. They're such a factor today. Both teams with 5. The rebound taken down by Dreckman. Dreckman with a lead feed. Running it down is Alish. Misses the shot. And here come the Mustangs the other way with Mary Walker leading the break. The trailer is Sievers. Sievers open in the left-hand corner for 3. Swish.
That is some east to west, west to east offense as they skip past to one side, back to the other for the open look for Sievers.
Sievers with her second 3 in the ballgame. 8 points is a steal. Sievers kicks it on the baseline to Bartek. Bartek loses the basketball. And scooping it up is Taylor Harpinaugh.
And you can see how hard these Mustangs are used to playing. Again, they know they're only in for a few minutes, so it's all go.
Shot knocked down by Ellie Hilbrands, and she's a double figures with 11. quickly getting the ball down the floor. Newell-Fonda, and a foul called against the Royals.
Yes, Newell-Fonda is amping up this tempo and doing well at every possession on both ends.
Ellie Hendricks gets the foul. That'll be her second foul. So again, trying to keep up with this press is creating foul issues for the Royals.
It is. It's putting them out of their regular position. They're not able to set up in their half-court defense before Newell-Fonda already has multiple players down the court and is scoring before they get there.
Newell-Fonda already with more fouls, 7 fouls, so MMCRU in the bonus. That was the 5th foul called against the Royals. One more for Mary Walker, who averages 11.9, second best on the ball club for Newell-Fonda, behind Mary Sievers, 14.3. Walker 1 of 2 from the free throw line, and the rebound bounces into the hands of Dreckman. Out of the backcourt, Harpenaugh.
Yes, this Houndy defense, every single possession, even off that missed free throw, the Mustangs are there before you turn around.
With a little more air, that pass might have got to Hillbrands. It did not. The three-point try won't go by McKenna Sievers. The follow shot by Hografe won't go, but McKenna Sievers comes out with the loose basketball. Her sister Macy takes it to the paint and scores.
Yeah, those are 2 huge offensive boards. The Royals have to do a better job of not allowing second and third chance opportunities.
2 teams playing at a fast pace. You think that nobody can play as fast as Newell-Fonda, but MMCRU playing pretty fast themselves. Unable to take advantage of the turnover, and coming back the other way, a timeout's going to be called by Jillian Lecce. A timeout comes with 4:53 left to play in the first half of a 2-point Newell-Fonda lead at 26-24.
Yeah, it's time to slow this pace down. This is a good time for a timeout. It's getting a little out of control as the momentum and the points and the turnovers are starting to accumulate. So she wants to settle her team down, get back to what they're doing, try to break the press, and then get into their half-court offense, try to get it inside, and just settle things down.
You know, you talked about Newell-Fonda often with at least 25 points in a quarter. They only got to 18 today, but it's a team that averages 75 points a game.
It is. They average 75, so they're on pace. They feel fine. They know they're pushing this tempo. They've upped it a little bit here in this second quarter, and it's causing, you can start to see that they're getting closer to that breaking point of the Royals.
How about these shooting percentages? MMCRU 9 of 15, 60%. Newell-Fonda 9 of 19, 47%.
Both teams are shooting incredibly well. Again, even at three-point land. So, again, in that first quarter, the percentages are high because it was a little slower pace. They were set up, a lot of extra passes, a lot of unselfish plays, and there's a lot of assists, right? They're passing it to the open person.
Against full court pressure, MMCRU bringing it ahead. Alish into the front court, picked up defensively by Maya Walker.
Cool, calm, and collected, breaking that press as they set up here offensively, trying to get the ball inside. Look for them to get it into Hillebrands.
Just their second state tournament appearance, but their second in a row. First time they've been in the semifinals, and the 3 dropped home by Taylor Harpeny. Taylor Heno, I should say, and that is her 36th of the season. Harpena with 5 points now. And it's a 1-point lead for the Royals, and a lead that seesaws back and forth. Newell-Fonda, normally dominating team, certainly did in the quarterfinals, beating North Mahaska by 33 points and forcing 40 turnovers.
I've never seen a game where they haven't dominated someone, so it's been impressive so far by MMCRU. Slowing the pace down just a little bit. There's been a lot of half court. Not what I expected. I expected even faster pace.
McKenna Sievers will inbound. Finds her sister Macy. Macy lobs down low. Hografe can't get free as she drew the double team. 3-point try from long range. Won't go by Mia Walker. The offensive rebound comes to the Mustangs, and Macy Sievers, who's headed for Dordt College next season, holds the ball high, lobs it too high for Hografe, and that turnover gives it back to MMCRU. And a takeaway by Mia Walker. In deep, it comes to McKenna Sievers, and she's got her second basket.
Yes, we talk about that full court man-to-man, and there's the jumper, and you saw that, the jump for the steal, the assist, and the 2 points.
Hillbrand's running the floor well, the 6-footer taking advantage of her height and already has 13 points.
She is. Rebounds a key. Again, MMCRU is playing man-to-man. There have been a couple long boards they haven't been able to get.
Lainey Hografe, who had 3 baskets in the first quarter, gets her 4th there. She also does a good job defensively. Here's a steal by Hinders. Hinders takes it all the way and has it stripped from her, out of bounds. And the officials also spot a foul.
That's 3 on Dreckman, so she'll probably have to take a seat here with over 2.5 left in the second quarter.
2:46 left to play in the first half, and right now it is Newell-Fonda by 1 at 30-29. And we'll have to see, we'll kind of note this point in the ball game and see what happens to MMCRU when their scoring leader has to sit out.
I think it's even more important that they get the ball inside to Hillebrands, post her up. They haven't been able to stop her much when she's on the inside.
Hinders, the tallest of the Mustangs, the only 6-footer on their squad, hits her first free throw. Tries to give her team a 3-point lead on this one.
Yes, Newell-Fonda comes in with 3 new players. All the girls on the court are breathing very heavy, so to have those fresh players is huge.
Coach Jungers has really done a great job by bringing in that second unit at strategic times.
Second and third and fourth, right, fresh bodies.
They keep coming at you, don't they, in waves. Alish tries to slip the pass down low, and it's picked up by Nevaeh Lyman. Lyman part of that group that comes in frequently early in a quarter. A takeaway, though, and almost a take back, but doing a good job recovering it is Harpinaugh.
You don't see triple teams in the backcourt often. That's what just happened to Harpinaugh.
Alish finds Harpinaugh. Harpinaugh to the lane, to the backboard, and in. Harpinaugh with her 7th point. Game's tied up again. This game seesawing back and forth. Numerous lead changes, numerous ties. The tie unbroken by Kenzie Hinders, who gets her first basket. Harpinaugh, the 5'7" senior, into the front court to Holmes, and Holmes gets fouled. Holmes had to sit out a while with 2 fouls, but when Dreckman picked up her 3rd, they had to bring Holmes back in.
They had. She's played really well so far. Here's some more fresh bodies, but this is what Newell-Fonda does not want. They don't need the reach-in fouls. They just need to move their feet, keep their hands off, and just keep pushing, just keep pressuring and increasing this tempo.
Maya Holmes knocks down the free throw. She's somebody who struggles at the free throw line, but she hits an important free throw there. They're all important when you reach the semifinals in the state tournament.
They are, and this is where they want to be, at the free throw line, getting a little rest, a little breather before this pace picks up again.
Holmes only a 48% free throw shooter, but knocks both down there to tie the game back at 33. And the 3-point shot won't go by Mary Walker.
Big rebound by Hillebrands with a nice kick out to her guard.
MMCRU with a chance to take the lead with 1:20 left to play in the half. Reverse layup won't go by Alish. And the rebound grabbed by Mary Walker. Nearing the final minute of the first half. And a lot of people are paying attention to this one now. They're saying, can this 3-time defending champion be beaten? Well, MCRU, we told you, they come in with no early concerns about being able to match up, and they have so far, as Macy Sievers ties the ball game and gives her team the lead at 35-33, scoring her 12th point of the first half.
Yeah, you know you're a great team when your point guard can post up and have a nice spin move underneath the kiss one off the glass. She's a great player.
Letchie on the miss. Sievers quickly up the court, and she gets fouled. That foul will go against Cora Alish. It's her first foul. Both teams in the bonus now, nobody in the double bonus. And Sievers has the free throw rattled in and out and back in. Sievers, a 67% free throw shooter, has hit all 3 of her tries today and has 13 points.
In these tournament games, it's the stats from the season usually don't match up. They're so much higher typically here in Des Moines.
Sievers, the only returning starter from the 1A champs of a year ago, misses there. Holmes quickly with the rebound.
Yeah, great box out by Holmes to rip down that board.
Down by 3. The Royals may play for the last shot. They've been speeding it up. It looks like they're probably going to play for the last shot now, although they're really in their offensive attack mode, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
Basketball knocked out of bounds, and it belongs to Newell-Fonda. Hilbrand's had it knocked out of her hands, and so the Mustangs a chance with 7 seconds to pad what would be a 3-point halftime lead at this point. Sievers finds Bartek. Bartek on the miss, the rebound by Holmes, and the clock winds down, and it's quite a ball game in this 1A semifinal after a half of play. Newell-Fonda with a 36-33 lead over MMCRU.
Yeah, nobody thought that it would be easy to slow the pace down of any game against Newell-Fonda, but MMCRU has done a nice job of getting breaking the pressure and getting into half-court offense.
Two Northwest Iowa teams colliding here in the semifinals in 1A. The winner of this ball game will move on to the championship game against the winner of Bishop Garrigan and North Lynn, which will follow this game. We're at halftime, and we'll take a look at the halftime statistics and festivities in a moment. You're watching the Iowa Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
Is proud to present this amazing state tournament and celebrate the accomplishments of Iowa's student athletes. To the Iowa Farm Bureau, this is more than just a sport. It's hometown pride, it's hopes and dreams, it's our future leaders, it's a reason to do more and be more. And it's that farm strong spirit that can only be found in Iowa. Congratulations to the student athletes and coaches on a successful year, and remember, today's successes are just the beginning of tomorrow's achievements.
I hear you're looking for a great college where you can get an affordable education. SWIC is the place for you.
I appreciate the personalized teaching.
And I've gotten to meet people from all around the world.
The SWIC student housing is incredible.
I like SWIC's hands-on training.
And I'll start my career in 2 years.
I can schedule my classes online or face-to-face.
SWIC feels like a community.
Like family, like home. SWIC is a place for you.
In Iowa, we all play by the same rules. Hard work pays off, practice makes perfect, success is something you earn, and teamwork helps us all be winners. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics, because on our team and on yours, what we bring to the table is what brings us all together. Learn more about our commitment to Iowa at iowapork.org.
At Wells Fargo Arena, a lot of people around the state saying, Newell-Fonda, they've won 3 times in a row. I don't think they can be beaten. Well, MMCRU doesn't come in with that attitude. As the result, it's a 3-point game at halftime.
That's fantastic. Coach Junger said, we want to dictate this tempo, and he hasn't been able to do it as much as he wants to with his team. But it's back and forth. It's back and forth. They're still trying to up the tempo. I saw Macy Sievers talk to her team. Let's go. Let's push it even more.
That's right, but MMCRU doing a good job hanging in. They have committed more turnovers, 12 compared to 8 for Newell-Fonda, but they've shot 55%.
Yes, and part of that is that they're taking their time to break the press. They have 3 strong guards with Dreckman as one of them, and they're getting the ball inside. They're also controlling the boards, and that is key. They knew they could do that well, but as they control the tempo and keep it a little slower pace, they can control the tempo. Holmes and Hillebrands have done a great job on the boards, boxing out, great outlets, and staying in control in this game.
Big issue for the Royals right now, though, is that, as you mentioned, Dreckman in foul trouble.
It is. She has 3. Again, it's part of those residual effects from going a little faster than you want to go, and that's why they will keep the press on in the second half, that man-to-man, to try to get her out of control and try to force her into committing another foul.
Just got the stats on the first half, and you'll see one of the reasons, you just mentioned it, but now the stats bear it out, the rebounding differential.
Yes, it's 17-11, so outstanding work by the Royals. 17, 5 of those pulled down by Dreckman, 4 from Alish, another 5 from Maya Holmes, who has done a great job on the boards.
And one of the things that jumps out to me is, again, we talked about points off turnovers. They're even.
I know. Who would have thought that would happen? And also points in the paint. So points in the paint is 16-16, and offensive points off of turnovers 11-11. Just a small difference in second chance points, just 2-4. So what the game plan was for the Royals is what they need to stick with. Slow the pace down, take care of the basketball, expect those jumpers to come, expect to be double teamed, look for the open man, and make sure you cross half court in control.
So at halftime, a terrific basketball game thus far. Newell-Fonda, the top seed, 36. The 4th seed, MMCRU, 33. Back in just a moment, but right now let's have a brief word from one of the people at Farm Bureau.
I'm Lisa Brinkmeyer, here along with Brent Johnson, president of Iowa Farm Bureau. First off, we'd like to thank you for your title sponsorship of the Girls Athletic Union, as well as the 2022 Girls State Basketball Tournament. Brent, why is it important for Iowa Farm Bureau to invest in Iowa's youth?
Yeah, well, our youth is tomorrow's leaders. And, Iowa Farm Bureau, we put a lot of emphasis in that. And, every year we give $250,000 to kids in scholarships throughout the entire state. Over the last several years, we've provided almost $500,000 in teacher education and products for their classrooms. One of the things that we're really proud of is being able to take care of our students on the athletic fields as well. Iowa is one of only 7 states that even offers concussion insurance. And again, this year, Iowa Farm Bureau, we're proud to announce that at no cost to the student or their families, Iowa Farm Bureau is providing that concussion insurance for those student athletes so that they remain safe and can compete at a high level.
Fantastic.
Larry Morgan and Joanna Settles, halftime at Wells Fargo Arena. 3-point lead for Newell-Fonda, 36-33. Taking a closer look at the stat sheet, what else jumps out at you?
Well, the 3-point shooting. MMCRU is 3 for 4, which is 75% from 3. That's huge. Harpanaugh has 1, as so does Alish, and Hillebrands came out from the post to score a 3-pointer. And things have cooled off from Newell-Fonda, and that's a big difference in the game. They started off this game 4 for 5 for 3, and now in the second quarter they were only 1 for 7. So they've only shot 5 for 12 on the game. Of course, Macy Sievers and Kiera Jungers both have a pair of triples, and McKenna Sievers has 1. So their percentage decreased there. They'll keep shooting, and if that increases, so might their lead.
Again, Hillbrand's the leading scorer at the half for MMCRU, and Macy Sievers the leading scorer for Newell-Fonda. Both have 13 points. One of the good lines, though, Cora Alish for MMCRU, 5 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds.
Right. When you're leading in multiple categories, you're playing fantastic ball. But to have 4 assists is huge. Just a lot of girls stepping up, playing well for their team.
Can't wait to see what the second half will bring. We'll be right back with the second half. You're watching the Iowa Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
We are so much more
than an energy company.
We are connectors,
community protectors,
and clean energy leaders.
We are
job creators,
friends and neighbors,
stewards of your dollars
and savings.
Yes, we
are so much more.
We are the energy
behind your everyday,
and we are
obsessively,
relentlessly
at your service.
sometimes people who seem to know everything
Dental insurance costs a fortune, and it covers nothing.
don't. For instance, personal plans from Delta Dental cut the cost of many procedures in half. So be careful what you hear.
How important are teeth anyway?
Get the facts. Contact Delta Dental about saving with personal dental plans today.
Des Moines, the S's are silent. The fun is always loud. And now it's easy to plan your Des Moines adventure. Introducing the Catch List. A list of all things you can't miss. All the thrills, all the chills, hops and drops. Des Moines is a city of love that'll put a smile on your face. It's easy to picture yourself here. Find your adventure at catchdesmoines.com/catchlist today.
Inside Casey's. Outside Casey's. Inside Casey's. Outside Casey's. Inside. Outside. Inside. Outside. Inside. Outside. Order for curbside pickup this winter, and we'll bring your delicious Casey's pizza order outside, so you can stay inside. Now at Casey's, buy one large pizza, get one half off. Casey's, here for staying inside. Here for good.
Fans official state tournament merchandise now available online. Time to get your smartphones out. Just scan the QR code on your screen now or visit IGHSAU.org to browse and customize your merchandise to match your style. Joanna, we talked about depth, and here's, I think, really something important. Newell-Fonda able to play 10 players, and nobody played every minute. On the other hand, MMCRU had 3 of their starters, Harpanaugh, Alish, and Hillbrands, play all 16 minutes. Dreckman played 13, would have played more had she not been in foul problem. Right. And only one player came in off the bench for MMCRU. So that could be huge in the second half.
It is. Newell-Fonda wants to wear them down. Coach Lettish, that's one of the reasons that she wants to slow this pace down. They only go 6 or 7 deep. They'll stay with their game plan. But fresh bodies for Newell-Fonda is the only way they can keep this high-tempo pace up as they try to really even push the tempo more in the second half.
Dick Jungers, as we mentioned, in his 20th year at Newell-Fonda, his record 443 victories, just 70 losses. He is the Northwest Iowa 2022 Coach of the Year, has been in 13 state championships as a girls coach and has won 4 times. As a softball coach, he won a state tournament in 2008, won 2 boys state championships, taking over for Paul Luce, another legendary coach for Newell-Fonda. Jillian Lecce, in her 6th year at MMCRU, has really rebuilt that program, and they're in their state tournament for the 2nd year in a row after losing in the quarterfinals last year.
Yes, you can tell Coach Lecce knows how to teach the game of basketball.
And a 3-point shot by Harpanow ties the score to begin the 3rd quarter.
Yes, and she's saying, girls, handle this pressure. Let's get the ball inside. Let's kick it out, and let's make some threes, and let's make this close, and let's get a win.
And something to think about it in the Mustangs camp is the fact they have not been challenged with a lot of close ball games going into the second half.
They have not. They're used to winning by a huge margin, even coming out of the first quarter with a big lead.
Dreckman with a jump stop and a jump shot that won't go. The offensive rebound is grabbed, put up, no good by Hillbrands, and here comes the Mustangs.
And that was good Mustang defense. Dreckman's shot was altered by the defense.
Sievers with a nice fake. It looked like she would pull up. She drove in but couldn't finish. Dreckman once again to the paint. Her floater won't go. She's 0 for 2 to start the half. The ball goes out of bounds, and it was last touched by MMCRU. MMCRU, we mentioned, they beat Exira EHK 50-39 in the quarterfinals after losing to them by 5 points in the quarterfinals a year ago in their first state tournament appearance.
Right. The game of basketball is such a mental game, and Coach Lecce has done a wonderful job with her team mentally. They come into this game. They don't care the record of the Mustangs, how many state championships they've won. They have a mentality that we can beat this team. And a lot of teams, they know when they play Newell-Fonda that it's over before they get started. So I really love the mentality. They expect to win this game.
That shot in and out by Lainey Hografe, and it's an 0 of 3 start shooting for the Mustangs here in the third quarter. Royals trying to grab the lead. Harpenaugh takes it into the paint, pulls up, fires, draws a foul. Taylor Harpenaugh will go to the line, fouled in the act of shooting.
Yes, the strength of Newell-Fonda is their full court pressure defense. And so, again, we see more half court, slow down offense, and MMCRU succeeding in that match.
Harpenaugh averages 11 points a ball game. She now has 10 in this one as she will look to complete the 2-point free throw opportunity and extend her team's lead. Not able to do that. Rebound over the head of Holmes. Had pretty good position, but it's taken away from her by Kinsey Hinders. From the top of the circle, Hinders hops it home. Hinders with her first 3 of the ball game. She has a 6-point game off the bench.
And you'd hope that MMCRU would adjust once somebody makes a three-pointer. Holmes will have to get out and defend her on the three-point line and make her put it on the ground. You don't want them to get loose from behind 3.
Hinders picks up the foul, sending Emily Druckman to the line where she's a 74% free throw shooter. She will continue her basketball career at Kirkwood next season. As a sophomore, tore her ACL, and Jillian Lecce, your coach, says she's come back stronger than ever for her junior and now her senior year.
You can see her drive, and it shows up in the stat book, again averaging almost 18 points a game, stepping up to the free throw line and hitting 2.
Henders comes across the lane looking for a pass, but not able to get it to her, so Sievers handles it outside. Again, they go to Henders inside, and Holmes commits the foul. Pretty obvious, as Holmes has her 3rd foul, that Newell-Fonda feels they need to use the height of Henders.
They do. That was wise to get him inside. It is. She does have the advantage there. Again, you don't think of the Mustangs of having a lot of height. You think of quickness and aggressiveness, but getting the ball inside to Henders is a great strategy offensively.
Kirsten Lecce, at 5'7", a senior, comes in for Maya Holmes, who picks up her 3rd foul. Hinders gets the bounce, has 7 points. Newell-Fonda takes the 1-point lead on that free throw make.
And they love to make those shots so they can set up their press.
Nice feed for Hillbrands coming from Alish. Alish just playing a terrific all-around game for the Royals. The 3-point try from the corner by McKenna Sievers.
Yes, Newell-Fonda comes out on fire from behind 3, 2 for 2.
Ball knocked out of bounds. And it will be Druckman to inbound against that full court pressure. And I just started to say, well, they still have done a good job. But they started to say what a good job they've done against the press. Almost a turnover, but not quite that time. Harpenaugh for 3. Druckman on the follow.
Yeah, she was behind the defender, but went straight up. A huge offensive board off the glass for 2 more.
Sievers the other direction, leaves the scoop short. It's out of bounds to MMCRU. Marcus, Meriden, Cleghorn, Remsen Union, the communities represented by the MMCRU Royals. Druckman against full court pressure.
Yeah, they bring Sievers up to bring more guards to the front part of that zone.
Once again, it's Alish to Hillbrands. And nobody picked her up that time, and Hillbrands now with 17 points.
Right, that's where the weakness of that press is on the backside. If you can beat it and score easily, that's what they need to continue to do.
McKenna Sievers gets the ball inside to her sister. Macy spins, trying to get around Alish. Alish is called for the foul.
It's a nice entry pass to the post, Sievers to Sievers. It's important that they continue to score from the inside, which will open things up on the outside even more.
Jungers back into the ball game for the Mustangs. as the free throw won't go by Macy Sievers. And now it's a 4-for-5 substitution for Dick Jungers, something that has really benefited him over the years. Nevaeh Lyman, number 24, comes in. The only starter remaining on the floor, Mary Walker.
And Macy Sievers at the line.
Oh, you're right, and Macy Sievers at the line. Sievers with 9 points. Her team down by 1, a chance to take the lead, but a steal back by Druckman. Lead feed to Hillbrands. Hillbrands has a block on a terrific defensive play by Lainey Hografe.
Yes, Hografe had a clean look at the ball, or a clean swipe at the ball.
Druckman will trigger. Druckman playing with 3 fouls, got them all in the first half, and she has played the first half of the third quarter without committing any more. Here's Hillbrands having a career afternoon, misfiring on the layup. And Sievers into the offensive end. Academic All-State and also an All-Conference performer and the leading scorer for Newell-Fonda. What a career she has had. Skip pass to Lyman. Lyman has to give up her dribble. Comes back on top to Nevaeh Lyman. Walker loses it. Just the dribble got away from it. It's scooped up by Lecce. Druckman, baseline feed to Harpinaugh.
You can see Druckman running the offense there, running the court, and a nice assist on the fast break.
What a ball game, 47-44. MMCRU bidding for the upset. 3 minutes to go, third quarter. Sievers in deep, scoops, and does not score. And the rebound pulled down by Emily Druckman.
Yes, Druckman is a 6-foot guard. She doesn't, we don't see her at the post much, but she's tall. And again, using that height advantage, it's coming up big time for the Royals.
Hillbrands misses the first time, misses the second time, and Macy Sievers races out with it. Sievers, who started all 3 state championship years for Newell-Fonda. There's Walker missing 3. And again, it's a one-and-done situation for Newell-Fonda, and the Royals come up the court with a chance to pad a 3-point lead.
Yes, and those one-and-dones allow the tempo to slow down.
Ball goes in on the post, and a timeout was taken prior to the pass. So the timeout called by the MMCRU Royals with 2:14 to go in the third quarter. 47-44 our score.
Yes, Coach Lecce is keeping a nice pulse on the tempo of this game. She called a timely timeout during the second quarter once things started to get out of hand. And here again, she wants to slow things down, give her girls an extra break. She takes a full timeout. Just great coaching to try to keep her girls fresh as they enter the latter part of this matchup.
Jillian Lecce has used a pair of timeouts. She has 3 remaining. Dick Jungers has not used any. He has all 5 remaining, something to keep in mind as we head later into this ball game.
That's a stat we don't have. How many timeouts has Dick Jungers ever called? I bet he doesn't. He wants the pace to fly, right? He wants to go. I bet he doesn't call many, that's for sure.
I remember a college team, Wichita State, when Greg Marshall was there, they kept that stat and they called like 20 for the year, something like that.
Well, that's when you're in charge and you want to dictate the tempo and you are a run and gun offense and defense.
But you bring up a terrific point. You're right. How many has he had to call? You're
Not
right.
many.
But you know what? We assume he knows how, right?
You might want to save one for the end of this game.
Henders commits the foul. That's her second. The inbounds feed comes to Harpinaugh. They get the third foul called against Henders. High pass, but Lecce's able to pull it down. So playing with the lead gives MMCRU a little better chance to play at their tempo. Harpinaugh has it blocked. It goes out of bounds, but it was last touched by Newell-Fonda.
A nice kick out. Little dribble drive. Again, they look to get the ball inside to Hillenbrands out of these box sets.
Emily Druckman, who had 18 in the quarterfinals, finds Hillbrands, and Ellie Hillbrands just continues to have a great ball game. She averages 15. She has 20 in this one.
Yes, well, she's taking advantage of her size, and you have to respect her from inside and out. She's 2 for 2, draining 2 key threes.
And that 3 gives the Royals their biggest lead at 6. Sievers can't answer. The ball goes off the shoulder of Mia Walker, but it's run down by the Mustangs. 1:20 left to play in the third quarter. The feed comes on the post. Mary Walker tries to spin, loses the basketball, but it's scooped up by Jungers. Jungers with the skip pass. Walker gets it back now. Good defense on this situation by the Royals. They're making it tough for the Mustangs to get the shot they want. But slicing through to get the basket is Mary Walker.
Yeah, Mary Walker, a quick backdoor cut for an open look in the lane.
That her first basket, but it came at a very opportune time with the team a moment ago down by 6, now back to within 4. 40 seconds, a little under 40 left in the third quarter. Harpenaugh was open on the baseline, but Jungers was there to deflect it. And now a foul called on Harpenaugh as the ball was grabbed by Walker.
That's her first.
Taylor Harpenaugh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
That possession felt a little bit like a pinball machine. Lots of deflections, tie-ups, lots of scrambling.
It has been, and both teams really playing at a high intensity level on the defensive end. Sievers into the lane, slapped away from her by Olish. Cora Olish won't get a headline, but she's done more, quote, little things, unquote, in this game.
She sure has.
Olish now tries to take it to the basket. Not able to finish. The rebound scooped up and thrown out by Lyman. At the buzzer, the shot close but does not go by Mary Walker. We head to the fourth of a 4-point ball game. MMCRU 50. Newell-Fonda, the 3-time defending 1A champion, has 46. We'll be back in a moment with more as you're watching the Iowa Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
We are
We are so much more
than an energy company.
We are connectors,
community protectors,
and clean energy leaders.
We are
Job creators.
Friends and neighbors.
stewards of your dollars.
and savings.
Yes, we.
We are so much more.
We are the energy.
behind your everyday.
and we are
Obsessively
Relentlessly.
At your service.
It's Fairway Family Food.
We asked 100 grocery shoppers who has the best online shopping.
Fairway Meat and Grocery.
Yes. Name a reason you do your online shopping at Fairway.
Expert shoppers pick out my groceries.
Survey says
Fairway experts hand pick your groceries.
With lower prices and higher quality, everyone's a winner at Fairway.
pick up a great deal when you shop at fairway.com today.
Fourth quarter of the 1A semifinal. 8 teams already punched their ticket into the championship round. The winner of this game gets there as well. Newell-Fonda, 3-time 1A champion, playing from behind as the fourth quarter begins. And MMCRU committing the foul. Excuse me, Newell-Fonda committing the foul. Dreckman with the inbounds feed. Once again, it is MMCRU breaking pressure.
And that's not easy. It's a 3-on-4 in this backcourt. They didn't get it down the court for the 1-on-2, or the 2-on-1, excuse me, but they handle it with ease.
Foul called on Hinders as she goes for the block. Just her second foul.
Emily Dreckman has had some limited minutes with that foul trouble early in the game, and now she steps up to hit her third free throw. She's 3 for 3. She has 9 rebounds, and now she has her 10 points.
Yes, she does. So headed for a double-double in her, what she hopes is second to last game in her career, her outstanding career at MMCRU.
One of the keys for MMCRU is rebounding. Right now they are plus 10. They have 28. Newell-Fonda only has 18. Every possession so key in rebounding.
Blocking foul called on Maya Holmes, and that's her fourth foul. Holmes, who had such a big quarterfinal game against IGHSAU, has really been saddled by foul problems and has seen very limited action in this one. Holmes out of the lineup, and in to take her place, the cousin of Jillian Lecce, the head coach at MMCRU.
Yes, Maya Holmes has played well today. She has 5 rebounds, big rebounds, and 4 points.
Severs left open, misfires. That hot shooting that helped the Mustangs early is now not as hot here in the second half. They shot 50% in the first half, while MMCRU shot 55%.
Right, things have cooled off a little bit.
Druckman finds an open player as she found Hilbrands, but then Hilbrands got fouled.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it was an easy layup.
It was. It was kind of a good foul right there. Again, that's what MMCRU wants. The foul gives them a chance to rest, slow the pace down. Emily Druckman, such a great player, a great scorer, but right there she sees her post open and gets the ball inside. That's a Druckman to Hilbrands to put her at the line.
21 points now for Ellie Hilbrands. Again, 3 1,000-point scorers on this Royals ball club. 2 pressurized free throws by Hilbrands, who's going to play at Northwestern College next season. And her team has equaled their biggest lead at 54-46. Almost a takeaway, but a save by McKenna Severs. Macy Severs gets it inside to Hografe, and she gets fouled by Taylor Harpenar.
Yeah, great. Macy Severs is so quick. She went with the right hand, crossed it over to the left, knew she had an opening, drew the defender even more for a nice bounce pass inside to Hografe.
Hografe, 8 points, all in the first half, knocks down the free throw. From the free throw line, Newell-Fonda, 7 out of 12, and MMCRU, 13 of 17. Hografe, couple of big free throws there to make it a 4-point, well, make it a 6-point ball game at 54-48. Ball loose on the floor, big scramble for it, and a tie ball called, and it's going to keep it in the end of the Royals.
Yeah, Alish was in control and thought she was fine, and then she drew another defender, and when you have the double team and you have the half-court line, you better be careful.
We have a timeout, and we're going to send it back in just a moment. Right now, you're watching the Iowa Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
We are so much more
than an energy company.
We are connectors,
community protectors,
and clean energy leaders.
We are
job creators,
friends and neighbors,
stewards of your dollars
and savings.
Yes, we.
We are so much more.
We are the energy
behind your everyday.
And we are
obsessively,
relentlessly
at your service.
MMCRU with the basketball with 6:12 left to play in the 1A semifinal. Alish finds Druckman. Druckman working against the defensive Jungers. Druckman into the lane, has it slapped away. Some touch of the ball there by Jungers, and that will give it over to the Mustangs as it went out of bounds off the Royals.
It was a good runner in the lane.
So we talked about good shooting, 50% for the Mustangs in the first half, but 41% for the ball game. So as you say, it has slowed down for both teams here in the second half.
It has, and the reason it's not as high as it typically is because they haven't had those runaway, free, easy, layups off of steals.
Absolutely. Ball knocked out of bounds, and it's going to stay in the Newell-Fonda end. The Mustangs in their 17th state tournament appearance. They've won 4 championships, the last 3 in a row, making their 5th appearance at state. MMCRU's 2nd state tournament appearance in as many years, and that's it for their school history. Open look for a moment by Walker, but the pass a little bit high, so she couldn't take advantage of it. Sievers at the high post to Jungers, and Jungers knocks down the shot, her 8th point of the ball game, and a couple of threes in the first quarter. Pretty silent since.
And there's Macy Sievers saying, we have to get back into this. I'm going to be aggressive. Everybody's kind of relaxed, and there's no time to relax when you're playing the Mustangs.
Isabel Bartek, a starter, comes back onto the floor. And that foul will put MMCRU in the bonus with 5:04 to play. So how well they hit their free throws, and they're pretty good as a team, 68%, would be a good indicator of their ability to hang on and pull the upset. But missing the front end of the 1-and-1 is Dreckman. And here comes McKenna Sievers on the dribble. Shot rings out by Jungers. Battle for the loose basketball, tie ball called, and this time it's going to stay with the Mustangs.
It is, but way to crash the boards by Alish. Again, she's doing so many little things right. Not everything shows up on the stat book, but she crashed those boards hard.
6 assists and 4 rebounds for Alish, along with her 5 points. Going for the tie, Dreckman didn't get it. Henders has the shot blocked, gets it back, puts it up, draws a foul. Kinsey Henders will go to the line.
It's a great defensive time right there for Dreckman. She came down to double, then got back out, got the block.
Henders now 2 of 5 from the free throw line, 57% on the year. She looks to pull her team within 3 with this free throw, and she does.
Really focused on getting that ball up, in, and over the rim.
MCRU leading by 8 points with 6.5 minutes left to play in this fourth quarter. Now playing with a 3-point lead. There's the deflection. And as the ball rolls out of bounds, it will stay with the Royals. Good job by Isabel Bartek to try to come up with a steal, but just couldn't, ran into sideline.
Right, and Alish again using her body well to try to keep her away from the ball.
Inbound feed comes to Cora Alish. Alish, little trouble with the defense of Bartek. And then Bartek is going to be called for a foul. And again, every free throw a shooting foul the rest of the way out for MMCRU.
Yes, Bartek was in the right position. If she would have just hold still for a second, and she just had to reach and caused a foul.
The only junior starter on the floor for the Royals goes to the free throw line. Alish hits the free throw.
This is not what Newell-Fonda wants. They do not want the clock stopped and MMCRU scoring points. They need to stop fouling.
Alish, a 78% free throw shooter, hits them like she was at practice. Very calm in a crucial situation. MMCRU up by 5 as the Mustangs try to attack. They get the ball inside. Jungers has to pitch it back out. McKenna Sievers gives it up. And then as Bartek tries to drive, she steps out of bounds. A costly turnover for Newell-Fonda.
It is. She was driving hard, noticing that it was Dreckman right there who's been in foul trouble. But Dreckman playing it safe, not moving, keeping her feet.
Loose basketball, big scramble. Dreckman fires it, looking for Hilbrands, and misfires it, but it was touched by the Mustangs. Somebody got a finger on it.
It was.
And
it
so
was
the ball
deflected.
will stay with MMCRU.
And it was hot. She was going fast forward.
The Dreckman has played the entire second half with the 3 fouls she got in the first half. Inbounds to Hilbrands. Hilbrands with a terrific ball game, a 22-point performance. The ball goes underneath to Harpanaugh. What a great feed that time from Dreckman.
It was. They tried to tie her up, but Dreckman keeping her composure, finding the open girl underneath for an assist and 2 more points for MMCRU.
3 minutes, 20 seconds left in this one. The time can't go quick enough right now for MMCRU. And meanwhile, the Mustangs figure they need a lot more time, and they get a big basket there from the coach's daughter, the sophomore, Kiara Jungers.
That was not an easy shot. She had 2 on her to turn around and put 2 in.
And now we have a timeout with 3:11 left to play. So 8 fouls have been called against Newell-Fonda, which means MMCRU is 2 away from the double bonus. And thus far, 6 fouls have been called against MMCRU, so the Mustangs in the bonus on the next one.
Yes, it's going to be a lot of free throws. So important. Coaches are going to go over, hey, this is what's happening. Every time we foul, they're in the one-on-one, right? And then 2, so rebounding becomes even more important. Moving your feet, being quick, and keeping your hand away from the ball, going straight up, because you don't want to send anyone to the free throw line.
Both coaches have 3 timeouts remaining. This game tied at 18 at the end of a quarter. Newell-Fonda with a 3-point halftime lead, but at the end of 3, it was a 4-point lead for MMCRU. And now we are down to 3:11. MMCRU trying to unseat the 3-time defending champion and top-seeded Newell-Fonda Mustangs, who have won 17 in a row. Meanwhile, MMCRU's only loss was in the last game of the regular season to the top 3A seed Unity Christian by 1 point, so they're only lost by a single point.
Yes, and those are both incredible teams who have been in Des Moines this week.
Alish into the offensive end. Dreckman chased outside by Henders. Dreckman with a pass inside Alish, and Alish will go to the free throw line. And again, that's somebody that the Mustangs don't want to foul. As we mentioned, she is a 78% free throw shooter.
Right, she's one of the top ones. That's exactly what MMCRU wants. Again, you saw the double team come on to Dreckman. If you're being doubled, somebody's got to be open, and she found her teammate.
The only junior playing today for the Royals just continues to play with great calm and poise. AC Sievers back onto the court for the Mustangs. Substitutions today being brought to you by IMT Insurance. Learn how you can be worry-free with IMT at IMTINS.com. 2:57 to play. One more free throw for Cora Alish. And she gets it to roll in. Pressurized free throws down the stretch. And it's a 7-point lead for MMCRU, but it is cut to 4 on the 3-point basket by Mary Walker.
So important that MMCRU takes care of the basketball. As you can see, that Newell-Fonda is fired up to play defense.
Time being counted off that time against Alish, so a timeout being called by the Royals, which leaves them with 2. We'll be right back at Wells Fargo Arena. You're watching Iowa Girls State Basketball, presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
We are so much more
than an energy company.
We are connectors,
community protectors,
and clean energy leaders.
We are
job creators,
friends and neighbors,
stewards of your dollars
and savings.
Yes, we
are so much more.
We are the energy
behind your everyday.
And we are
obsessively,
relentlessly
at your service.
We are down to 2:39 in the 1A semifinal. And it is Marcus Meriden, Cleghorn Remsen Union trying to post an upset over a 3-time consecutive defending champion. And right now, they're content to run the weave, slow things down a little bit, use clock. Dreckman almost had it stolen, got the ball to Harpenoff. Only 6 players have seen action for the Royals today. 10 have played for the Mustangs. So there are a lot of players who are going to wind up playing every minute of regulation for MMCRU. Terrific job by Alish. who's really handled the pressure well. Dreckman with a save, and a crucial save into Harpinaugh. We're down to 2 minutes. And a foul called on the Mustangs.
Yes, this is what MMCRU wants to do. Just burn some clock and make Newell-Fonda foul them so they can end up at the free throw line. And the one person you definitely don't want at the free throw line is there now in Cora Alish.
Bartek with the foul. Alish, just a real terrific line today. She will not be the leading scorer, but at this point, I think we will name her our Casey's player of the game.
I think that's a great idea. You have to handle the pressure all 32 minutes against Newell-Fonda, and she has led the charge in that. She has taken care of the basketball. They've been able to slow the pace down because of her and Dreckman, and she also has 6 assists, which is just so unselfish of her.
And again, has handled the basketball under pressure. Casey's proud to sponsor the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Player of the Game. Casey's the heart of many Iowa communities, cheering on local teams and fans, making sure there's fresh pizza ready, win or lose. Sign up for Casey's Rewards, the rewards program that gives back, letting you redeem points for Casey's cash, fuel, discounts, and donations to local schools. Time a factor for the Mustangs, and Jungers will go to the line. Dreckman with her 4th foul, so she plays all but the last 132 of the half without picking up foul number 4.
Yes, she was trying to stay straight up there. Her arms are straight up, but she got her hip into Jungers for the foul.
Jungers, a terrific athlete. She was the captain of the 1A All-Tournament softball team, and in fact is a pitcher who had a 29-3 record and a 103 earned run average. So she excels at a couple of sports and misfires on the free throw. And the rebound is run down by Taylor Harpinaugh. Hollers has it knocked away, stolen by Walker, but Walker can't finish.
Dreckman now is triple teamed off the rebound.
Calling for the ball outside, Harpinaugh. Alish, our player of the game, but man, everybody who's played today for the Royals deserves part of the credit. If they can pull off the upset, they've got a 6-minute lead with a minute left to play, and that foul against Jungers will send MMCRU to the line.
Yeah, what a team effort. Let's talk about the 3 guards handling the pressure. It's tough to do it against 2, and most teams can't. So to have 3 guards who can handle the pressure of Harpinaugh, Alish, and Dreckman, they look for each other, they rely on each other, they've had good spacing. They've been able to just take care of the pressure this whole time. They've only had about 15 turnovers. Again, to put that in perspective, the last team gave up 40 turnovers against Newell-Fonda.
Wow. Alish, after hitting 6 free throws in a row, misses both of those. Big offensive rebound, won't go, as the shot was put up by McKenna Sievers. 47 seconds to play. It's MMCRU bidding for the upset, up by 6. And inbounding will be Macy Sievers, who has 14 points for the Mustangs. Taking it right to the middle, Jungers. Jungers has it attempted to be taken away by Hillbrands, but Hillbrands is going to get the foul, and that will send Jungers to the line. And again, the thing that the Royals don't want is to have the opponent score with time not ticking off the clock.
Exactly. Newell-Fonda did a nice job of getting that ball inside off the inbounds to Kira Jungers. They went right to Ellie Hillebrands, who didn't stay straight up. She leaned her hand out a little bit to cause the foul.
Jungers, 1 out of 2 from the foul line. Hindress with the rebound, but was poked away from behind. And the rebound now claimed by MMCRU, and a foul whistled against Jungers, trying to get it back.
In this final few minutes, Mary Walker has come alive for Newell-Fonda. She sparked this excitement with a huge 3-pointer with under 3 minutes to go. She's had a steal. She just had a deflection there. Again, some things that aren't in the stat book, but she's playing with everything she has.
The 4th seed trying to punch their ticket to the 1A championship against the top seed. Dreckman knocks down the free throw. Dreckman with 10 points. Again, missed a lot of the second quarter with 3 fouls. Able to play the entire second half, committing just 1 additional foul. and she hits 2 huge free throws there. A 7-point lead for MMCRU. So the Mustangs have to hurry. Stepping back, Henders to score. And a timeout is taken by Newell-Fonda with 27.1 on the clock. MMCRU right now in a 2-possession game, up 64-60.
Yes, on this timeout, Jungers called. They have to score quickly. They did a nice job of getting behind the line to get this down to 4 points. You'll see the pressure. They go heavy on ball side on the backcourt, and so MMCRU wants to look deep. If there's only one defender, they need to stay spread and try to get the ball down the court if they can. Newell-Fonda is going to be jumping every lane. They're going to be double team and triple teaming and doing everything they can to get a steal and convert quickly.
2 timeouts remain for both coaches. Both teams are in the bonus, but Newell-Fonda has put MMCRU in the double bonus, while Newell-Fonda just in the single bonus at this point. Again, 2 timeouts remaining, and the possession arrow points to MMCRU. People thought this might be impossible. This is a Newell-Fonda team that has won on average 34 points a ball game. But
yes,
the Royals, who've lost only one, as we mentioned, by 1 point, trying to post the upset, but it is not over yet. Druckman trying to get it in, and I think that Jillian Lecce was concerned about a 5-second violation, so she used a timeout there.
Again, keeping the pulse on her team. Excellent timeout. They were about 4.5 seconds. They're face guarding the 2 guards. They are staying in a man-to-man with both the girls at half court. So they're trying to screen away from each other and roll. It wasn't open, so she called a quick timeout to chalk it up again. This is what we need to do if they're face guarding.
And what do they need to do with the face guarding?
They might screen at half court to do a pick and roll at half court to bring somebody up just to get the ball in and then try to get it to one of your guards, either to Dreckman, Alish, and Harpenoff.
And one of the things that a team that presses likes to do is they try to get a charge in this situation sometimes. And that would be significant.
Again, the composure of MMCRU is fantastic. They come in and out of these timeouts. They're calm, cool, collected. Here they did bring up a post to help out because of the face guarding.
Dreckman trying to inbound. That took 1 second.
Right, they're putting 1 post deep, 1 at half court to take some defenders away from all the traffic. And you can see them face guarding. The Mustangs are face guarding. The Royals will try to get open.
This time the ball goes inbounds to Harpenoff, and she is fouled by the Mustangs. They had to foul her. So again, the big job was getting the ball in bounds. It wasn't easy. It took a timeout and a deflection, but they did get the ball in bounds, and going to the free throw line will be Taylor Harpenoff.
Yes, instead of screening and rolling with that, because the face guards would just simply switch, they just did a jab step to the left to get open on the right side.
Harpenoff, 6 of 9 from the floor this afternoon, has knocked down a couple of threes. But 1 of 4 from the free throw line prior to that big make. Still a 2-possession game, and it will be if she hits this free throw. Jillian Lecce looking for the biggest victory of her career, which coincidentally would be her 100th victory. But
yes,
that's not important to her right now.
No, to get to the triple digits in the next 25 seconds would be huge for her career.
Sievers into the paint. Pass down Little Walker, who scores. And a timeout once again will be taken by Newell-Fonda. And that will leave them with 1 timeout. What a thriller this has been in this 1A semifinal matchup.
Well, you know Newell-Fonda is going to keep going hard. Macy Sievers so quick, and a great dribble drive, and then a quick assist to Mary Walker, who has really come on in the last few minutes.
And waiting in the wings in the lower bracket 1A semifinal, Bishop Garrigan, a team defeated by Newell-Fonda the last 2 championship games.
Yes, they're a treat to watch. Everybody anticipating a 3-peat matchup, and we may not see that.
Bishop Garrigan will have to get past the 6th seed, North Lynn. And that game to follow this one. But this game has given the fans everything they would hope for, especially those from Marcus, Meriden, Cleghorn, Remsen, and Union, as their team has led most of the way in the second half.
They have. They need to get the ball in. Again, they want to get it into one of their guards. You can see the face guard coming again.
It is the tallest of the Mustangs, Henders, trying to prevent Dreckman from getting the ball in bounds. But again, they do get the ball in bounds. It comes to Alish, and she is fouled. She will go to the line, and that brings the clock down to 13.8 seconds. And again, these last two possessions, getting the ball in bounds, very crucial.
It was. Macy Sievers was ready to jump. She was ready to leave Hillebrands so she could trap and get a steal. And some really good passing. Again, it's Dreckman out of bounds, making smart passes, using some ball fakes to safely get the ball to her teammate.
And once again, at the free throw line, our player of the game, Cora Alish. After hitting her first 6 free throws, she has missed her next 3. Regardless, it's still a 2-possession game. And that free throw spins out and quickly rebounded by Jungers. Jungers for 3, short. Ball out of bounds, trying to save it Sievers. But she can't do it. And it's MMCRU basketball with just 4.8 seconds to play.
They're still going to do everything they can to get a quick steal and
Alish just cradles it.
Yes.
And the upset has occurred.
A huge upset.
The 3-time defending champion Newell-Fonda Mustangs go down at the hands of MMCRU 66-62. The Mustangs end their season at 24-2. They had won 17 in a row coming in. Again, they beat teams by an average of 34. Dick Jungers tried to win his 5th championship, Dick Jungers, but is denied by MMCRU. And again, another team from Northwest Iowa in the finals.
How exciting. What a game plan from MMCRU coach Letchie. She was so calm. She's walked through everything. They wanted to out-rebound Newell-Fonda, and they did. They wanted to control the tempo, and they did. They slowed things down. They used all 3 guards. They used their posts inside so well and come away with a huge win for her 100th victory.
Letchie, a Minnesotan, but comes to Iowa her 6th year, and she is a state finalist. Let's go to our public address announcer.
Provided by the Iowa Farm Bureau, proud title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Presenting awards from the IGHSAU are Gene Berger and Gary Ross. Congratulations to head coach Dick Jungers and the Mustangs from Newell-Fonda on an outstanding basketball season. And now, Avery Slinger will advance her team to the next round on the official bracket at center court. MMCRU fans, your team advances to the championship game and will play the winner of Northland versus Bishop Garrigan on Saturday at 7 p.m.
3-time defending champion Newell-Fonda knocked off by MMCRU 66-62. Mustangs made a great effort. The question was, could anybody handle their pressure? And the answer was MMCRU.
And that speaks so highly of the quality guard play by MMCRU. Just an excellent job of handling the pressure. They got the ball into the post. Lily Hillenbrands has 22 points, and Harpenoff 17, and Dreckman did such a nice job, in trouble with fouls for a while, but scores 11 for her team.
And again, you often pick player of the game, top scorer. That was just not the case today because Cora Alish did so many things so well.
She did. She had the ball in her hands so many times, and it was key in slowing the pace down for a win.
So on to the championship game goes MMCRU coach Jillian Lecce, who has coached some of these players since they were in 4th grade, and now she takes them to the state finals.
Yes, the excitement for MMCRU is electrifying here at Wells Fargo Arena.
On behalf of Joanna Settles, on our producer, Dave Mabel, and all of us here in Des Moines, I'm Larry Morgan. Thank you for watching our live coverage of the 2022 Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.